thoughts kept me awake with a burning fever to see our new home. Fantastic people. I feel kind of sorry about killing them. We've decided to use an unusual ingredient in our specialties.
Ravenous Devils is a management game taking a page right out of the musical Sweeney Todd. It follows a couple moving into a new town, Percival and Hildred, as they make a name for themselves, with Hildred cooking and selling various meat dishes and Percival tailoring clothes. But not all leave their appointment with dear Percival, and the pies taste like nothing the people in this town have had before. An eccentric rich man knows your secrets and wishes to indulge, not just on anyone though. He has a select few he wishes to try, and he will savor all of them down to the bone. The game looks good. It has a lot of fun animations like killing customers or preparing some of the meals, especially when making steaks. That has to be my favorite animation in the game. Music in the game is definitely the worst when it comes to the presentation. The game only has one track that loops for pretty much the whole game. I would usually just turn off the music and listen to something else, like Sweeney Todd. The voice acting for the main two characters are alright. I don't mind Hildred that much, but I think Percival is trying a bit too hard to be like a Mr. Scary, grumbly guy. Nobody else has voice acting besides them, and most of the game is reading, but every now and again there will be a cutscene with voice acting, and when giving them orders they'll also have little quips. The cutscenes and the little portraits during dialogue do look nice and give some emotion during those dialogue scenes. Character models are fine, you'll be seeing a lot of the same customers, but for a management game, that just kinda comes with it, and it's bound to happen, and doesn't really hinder gameplay or presentation at all. I also love when games make upgrading a visual thing that you can see. You'll start with boxes everywhere and a piece of cloth covering the broken ovens, and slowly over time you'll really see your business grow. Core gameplay relies on killing, cooking, and serving. To start, Percival needs to kill a client and send it down to the kitchen. While doing that, he'll take off all their clothes and reuse them later. After sending the body down, you'll need Percival to clean the blood on the floor so his next client won't suspect him of a murder. When the body reaches the kitchen, Hildred can turn it into ground meat. Later in the game, you can also make steaks and sausages. After getting the ground meat, you can combine it with flour to make a meat pie, and put it on a display rack for customers to come in and purchase. Once you get to upgrading, you'll get more recipes, and you'll get a garden above Percival, tables that you'll need to take orders from and serve specific meals, someone to help you wait those tables and stock the displays, mannequins for Percival to sell clothes on, a cat that will catch mice for you to cook, and more. The upgrade menu also allows you to customize your shops with new floors or wallpaper, and you can also get different costumes for both Percival and Hildred. When you start getting more recipes and tables, the game can get a bit frantic, but not in a bad way. The game also allows you to prepare before opening every day, so you can fill up your displays and mannequins really easily at no detriment to the time that you have during your day. So I usually got everything ready before a day, and I already had pies in the oven and such. As you play the game, you'll get little side stories that play out, and you'll also get your main story clients. Overall, the game was a bit on the easier side, but it can be nice just to sit back and relax and not really have to worry about that. Customers will have a patience meter that will go down as time goes on, so you're going to want to get their meal or outfit ready for them as soon as possible. But you can make it take longer by purchasing plants to spruce up your shops. You can also get a barrel of gin that will completely refill their patience, and I think you can only use it once per customer. The more you let a customer's patience go down, the worse their experience will be, and to progress you need good impressions. You don't want any bad reviews. I was pretty much mainly able to get good reviews and maybe 2 mixed reviews, so overall the game, like I said earlier, was kind of easy, but still fun. The garden's vegetables and different ways of preparing meat will allow for a lot more complex meals for Hildred to cook that customers can pay more for. Besides the main story mode, the game also has an endless mode. You start off with about $80 and the game allows you to cook non-meat meals. You don't start with flour unlike the main game, so you'll also have to purchase that. In the main game you can kill as many people as you like, but in endless mode you do have a wanted meter, and the more you kill, the more suspicious the police will be of you, sending cops to watch Percival, and if they see you kill anybody, you'll be detained, ending your endless run. When your wanted level is high, instead of killing a client, you can just sell them clothes, so you'll still make some cash either way. If you want to avoid spoilers, skip to here. After settling into your new home, you get a letter from a strange man going by Jay. He says he knows what you're doing and would like to indulge himself. He asks you to kill 3 specific people and he'll offer you a reward. If you don't agree, he would be inclined to tip off the local police force to your business practices. The first meal is Elliot Carson, a kinda egotistical fancy lad who owns a young slave named Joshua, which he does not treat very well. He needs a suit for his hunting trip, and he leaves in a couple days, but little does he know that he's the prey in Percival's shop. The next target is Gilbert Weston, one of Jay's very close friends, and like a brother to him. Jay believes eating him would be a very sincere gesture of his appreciation towards him. Gilbert is on the heavier side and comes in to ask a request from Hildred. He wants her to cook his barn cat because it hasn't been catching mice for him. Hildred says the cat looks sick and he wouldn't want to eat it, so Gilbert agrees and gives you the cat instead to do whatever you see fit. Later, he comes to Percival to try and get a new suit, but while climbing the stairs, he ends up having a heart attack and tumbles down, cracking his skull on the pavement. Last but not least is Yvonne LaRoche. She seems to be a scummy businesswoman with snow-white pale skin and a prideful demeanor. She comes into Percival's shop complaining about a dress she ordered, but she wasn't there when she ordered the dress, so Percival wasn't able to take her measurements. But now she's in the shop, and Percival is happy to oblige her request and make a new one, given that the dress is red with LaRoche's blood. Now that all 3 targets are ready for the feast, Percival and Hildred don't really know about this mysterious Jay figure and plan to kill him and move to a different town. Once Jay comes for his feast, he reveals what the reward was. It was the opportunity to work as his personal chefs. But Hildred and Percival knew he wasn't going to take no for an answer, and go in for the kill. Jay pulls a gun and we hear a gunshot and get shown a bloody, empty room with no sign of Jay or our devilish duo. Ravenous Devils is a relaxed and very charming management game which shows a lot of love for the source material and even nods to other musicals. Overall, I think it's pretty fun, especially for the cost of about $5. I would definitely recommend it for any Sweeney fans and any management game fans looking for a fun little laid-back game. You can buy it on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. And happy Thanksgiving. Just make sure you know who or what you are eating before you end up on the plate.